Christ is in charge.
Amen.
Okay? But we got to respect the preacher, elders or deacons if you have them. Because it's about the word. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So we don't understand the word. We want the title, but we don't want the work that comes with the title.
Lord have mercy.
Quickly. Number 6. Did I give you that? Number 3. Leading by taking the initiative. That was on one of your other sheets. Number 6. All of this is done through relationships. Watch this. If you're going to be effective in the community, you got to go out and build a relationship. But watch this. Building starts right here. Because the folk out there know that if you ain't on one accord, you can't go out there too. So that's what we have done in a number of years since I've been ministering there, is that we have done in-house. If y'all notice, we hadn't had no gospel meeting in Gilmer. And I'll be glad to tell you the reason why we haven't had none. It's because you got to spend some quality time with the sheep.
Right.
That you have been entrusted with.
Right.
So what we did, we sat down together, Brother Washington, Brother Elmer, Brother Johnny, and the rest of these brothers, and we went into workshops, something that we needed inside that'll make the difference outside. Wow. Because sometimes we can't make a difference outside because we haven't made a difference inside. But what, now let me drop this. Every congregation is different. I can't do what you do. Or you do. You know your folk. Amen. Yeah. So don't leave and say, wait, listen. What works for us might not work for you is what I'm saying.
Amen.
All right. Number 7. Spiritual leadership is doing the best you can because Jesus is watching. Peter refers to Jesus as the chief shepherd. Okay. Drop down to verse 8. The best spiritual leader is the one who knows how to follow. Watch this. We got folk who want to lead and they never follow nobody. We have preachers who are preaching and they have not followed a seasoned preacher, have not sit at his feet for in a program, what Brother Skipper was talking about earlier, 2 or 3, 4, 5 year program. They just jump up in the pulpit or they just go start something. I should have done it. So the best spiritual leader is the one who knows how to follow. Watch this. Number 9, according to Benjamin Franklin, he that cannot obey cannot command. Now here's where I wanted to get to. I know our time is far spent, but I'm really trying to hit this as hard as we can. Biblical leadership originates and emanates from God. Watch this, not man. God's leadership is absolute, and his directives must be followed. His dictates must be obeyed by man and the rest of his creation. Ain't it amazing that the birds obey?
Yes, sir.
Everything else obey, but man. I believe we're the only creature that fights the Creator. Birds have enough sense to sing. Okay. Let's see. His divine is to be declared among the nations, and his rules makes the nations tremble. God rules from Zion. That's Jerusalem. We should have had time to deal with that. It's in that part 2 that he said my kingdom's going to break into pieces. It's going to consume all the rest of it. For out of Zion shall go forth. Okay? Okay, he shall rule from Zion over his God, over his covenant people, Israel. And I want to show you that leadership was in the Old Testament and leadership is in the New Testament. Because I don't know where we got the idea that we don't need leadership.
Lord have mercy.
That's like trying to use a basketball in a baseball game. We don't understand the meaning, and I'll try to deal with that in just a little bit. The meaning of the message that Jesus preached and taught.
Yeah.
If you don't understand the message, if you don't know the meaning of the message,
Yes, sir.
you'll never carry out the mission.
Understand the importance.
That's why we ain't got no laborers. Let me just cover that right there. The harvest has been ripe, but we don't have no folk to do the work.
All right.
Now, I'm not going to finish these. If you, I'll give this to Brother Holmes and the guys that are here. But I'm trying to watch my time.
I can scan this in it.
Okay, and I'll get you the. But I wanted to whet your academic appetite. Now, let me ask you a question. How many apostles did Jesus have? Don't be scared to talk, man. This is a workshop. How many popped up? Okay. How many?
About 14.
Okay, it's all right. How many? Yeah, well, say something.
I said 12.
How many? 12. Is that right?
That's right.
No, he had more than 12.
Yeah. He said 7.
He had 13.
13.
So Paul is an apostle. But see, we think it's 12 when it's 13. That's why we got to study to show ourselves approved. Unto who? God. Because Judas done what? Hung his. Who took his place? So 12 minus 1
13. Yeah.
plus 1, which is Paul. Okay. I'll give you that. So any questions before we get out of here on this session? So the next session will deal with the work, but I want to share something about Christ's message, the meaning of the message, and then the mission. And I won't be able to finish that one either. But you got a good preacher. He called me. So if he called me, that means he can finish what I don't do. All right. So I'm going to turn it back in the hands of Brother Home.
All right. You gonna do your second session? Or
You want to just go into it?
Oh yeah, you can.
Well, give me a verse of a song. Somebody.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to probably preach and teach a little bit in this. I'm going to try to be